Hey you guys, I filmed this tutorial earlier today, but I decided that I was gonna redo it because it would be a lot faster and easier for me to have, you know, one side of my face done and then show you how to do it on just one eye. So, yeah, this is the look that I'm gonna go for today. It's super easy, super fast. It's like one of my go-to looks. So, I'm gonna start off with the Morphe 350 palette. Mine's, torn to pieces, but I used a lot, so it's whatever. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here to start off. It's kind of a peachy, kind of sandy camel color. And actually I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit more. Yeah. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna go in with. When I pick this first shadow up, I always tap off the excess just to, it's so much easier to build than take off. So start with little amount and then build your way up to what you want it to be like. So I'm going to use this peachy shade as a transition, and then we're going to put it kind of high up into our crease. Honestly, almost to your brow bone, I want to say. Like, the higher up, the lighter pressure you have, so it's blending lightly and doesn't look like you're a clown with your eyeshadow like all the way up to your brow bone. But yeah, so we're just gonna, as I'm blending this, I'm doing circular motions, but I'm going in side to side. So circle, circle, and then we're just gonna blend this until I feel like it's good enough. Alright, so that looks about right. And then I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, right next to, this is the transition that I used, and this is the shade that I'm gonna go in with. It's a warm brown. I mean, there's plenty of dupes out there for this color. Alright, so this, I'm gonna tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna go a little bit lower than the transition. So, closer to the actual lid, and I'm just going to do the same thing, just blend. I'm not blending as far up as I just did, but blending it into the transition nonetheless. And then you can go in with a little bit more if you want. It doesn't really matter if you get it on your eyelid, because the shadow that I'm going to use as my lid shade is pretty intense, so you won't be able to see it anyway. So it doesn't really matter if you're getting kind of sloppy with it. Alright, so now we're going to go on to our under eye. For my under eye, I'm going to use this color right here, and then I'm going to mix it with the same color that we just put in our lower crease. So I'm going to go in with these two shades, and then I'm just going to smear it under there. Smearing is such an ugly word, and I use it all the time. We're gonna smoke it out. That's a better word. Alright. That's looking alright to me. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with, let's see, what should we do? Eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the ColourPop just stick liner, and it's in the shade Call Me. It's brown, but it has purple undertones, so it looks really good with green eyes, hazel eyes, whatever. I don't usually do black for my, like, everyday kind of thing because I think it's too intense and harsh. I like this because it's still pretty dark, but it's not, like, closing my eyes off more than they need to be, making them look all beady and whatnot. Alright, so now that we got that done, alright, now for the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade by Colourpop. It's called Flipper. It's like a really pretty tangerine-y. It's super shimmery. It's one of their Super Shock metallic shadows. For Colourpop eyeshadows, they have a really weird texture. If any of you have ever used them, you know they're kind of like moussey, almost gel-ish. I don't know how to explain it. But they go on best with your fingers, but my nails are really long. So if I can't get like right here in my inner tear duct, I use a synthetic brush. But for this, basically you want to wipe it on. You don't really want to like pack it on like you would a regular shadow. You really want to just kind of rub it all over. So it's super, super glittery, this shade, which I really like. It just gives you that extra oomph, you know? Okay. So, now that I can't get into the inner corners because my nails are so long, I'm going to take a Morphe M224, which is just a flat top, synthetic, you know, basic brush. And I'm going to wipe it in there. But do you see how I'm kind of rubbing it on and not so much patting it on? Alright, and that's what we're doing with that eye. This is so fast and easy. It's literally like 4 steps. Alright, okay, I'm gonna go back in with my mascara. Well, I say back in. I just had mascara on like 5 minutes ago before I took this off. But I'm gonna put a quick coat of mascara on my lashes. The top, it doesn't really matter if it's super thick or thin. Actually, thin would probably be better if you're gonna wear falsies. If you're not, then do whatever you want to do. But I always do a pretty thick coat on my bottom lashes because it helps the liner and the shadow kind of fuse together and blend out. Okay, so okay, and now all we're gonna do is go in with our falsies. I get a lot of questions about these lashes specifically. They're Koko lashes in the style SoHo, and I get mine off of ladymoss.com. I think they're like $7, I want to say, but they're my favorite pair like ever. They're really similar to the Ardell wispies, not the demi wispies, but the full length wispies, except these are longer, which I like because I'm extra. So I'm just gonna stick my glue on. If I were doing both of my eyes right now, I would stick my glue on this and then set it down and pull all the old glue off of my other lash. And then while I was doing that, this lash would have time to dry, so by the time I was done with that, I could just stick it on and then, you know, vice versa. But since but I already have my eye done. We're just gonna wait for it to dry for a second. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. Okay, and we're just gonna stick this on. I'm not wearing top eyeliner, so I used a clear glue. I stick them on in the middle, and then I go to the outer corner and stick that on. And then I come in to the inner corner and I stick it on there. I've said like so many times in this video. Okay, if you're new to lashes or don't wear them that often or want to learn how to do it, whatever you want to do, tweezers are your best friend. I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have tweezers because my nails are so long. I started wearing lashes probably in middle school, and my mom was so mad at me, but I did it anyway. And looking back at pictures of myself in middle school with my lashes, like I swear I had them glued like to my eyebrows and thought it was fine. So I'm gonna zoom you not back in, back out, and we're gonna finish this up real quick. So I usually don't highlight my brow bones, but I did today, and literally, if I can find it, all I used was the Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop highlighter, and all I did was I just stuck it. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit actually. Okay, all I did was stuck it on the right under the arch of my brow, and I just pulled it back. So that's all I did. And you can just, whatever you want to do with the rest of it. And yeah, that's that. Super quick, super fast, super easy. It's my everyday thing. Alright guys, thanks for watching.